What is up, everybody? It's TV here today, and we have to talk about RGT85 and the most disingenuous YouTuber I have ever seen. I know this dude will focus mainly on Nintendo, but apparently he just goes wherever the grift is at, because why is he so shocked that Xbox only sold 2 million consoles in 2024? We just saw Xbox had this big campaign where you can play Xbox anywhere. Play it on Amazon Fire Stick, play it on a Samsung TV, play it on a PC, your tablet, your phone. They're not pushing you to buy their consoles. They use these YouTubers, who are still pushing this whole whoever sells the most consoles wins, is so outdated. You're using like 1980 tactics in 2025. It doesn't make any sense. Microsoft is making most of their money off Game Pass subscriptions and software sales. As we can see, with that recent report we had like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, with 6% of Microsoft stuff was sold on PlayStation. Their software sales were on PlayStation. So why are we still using hardware sales? Like, oh, they sold 2 million in 2024. Oh my God, why are they sell so little many? Why are they sell so few consoles? It's so stupid and it's so disingenuous, bro. It was like PlayStation sold 70 million consoles is the number people are going out with. And 70 million consoles, only 1.5 million people bought Astro Bot, their game of the year, their big highlight game. 1.5 million people bought that game. So what are we talking about here, really? Like, it's just so disingenuous. I listened to this video, a lot of rambling about a nonsense. It was like, it is so disingenuous what these YouTubers are doing. He's in the same realm as Dreamcast guy, in my opinion. Like, He's not as annoying, but he's definitely up there with the elks of Dreamcast guy at this point. Like, it's just disingenuous clickbait nonsense. Let's see what people got to say about this, because when I seen this, I'm just like, really? We're really talking about console sales in 2025? It's like, that's not what Microsoft's focus is at this point. And then he said at some point about like, hey, since they only sold 2 million consoles, why wouldn't they put their games on PlayStation? Well, it's like, no, they're trying to make money off software. Phil Spencer did multiple interviews in the past saying, hey, as business model, people are not going to buy Xbox over PS5. So if you're not going to beat them in console sales, why not beat them on software sales and subscriptions? So they went with that model, and people still got the surprise Pikachu face on. Like, what are we doing here? How many more interviews do Phil need to do to say, hey, we're not trying to out-console Sony at this point in time? Like, why are they so shocked about this? Oh, acting shocked about this. Love RGT and all his content, but this is just disingenuous content. The first comment I see is saying it's just disingenuous BS. But it's what he knows to be true. And then, the fact that he posted this video when PlayStation had a PSN outage for a whole entire day. Like, really? It's like, shouldn't y'all like wait like at least a week for negative Xbox content? Since we just had the whole PSN outage for a day, they just have no shame. It's like that. Like, how dare you put a negative Xbox video out there when PlayStation was just down for an entire day? Like, really? Like, how? I'm playing a ton of games. Yeah. Microsoft has the best lineup this year for exclusive content, so it's just crazy that people just trash talk Microsoft this year. It's just ridiculous. It's like you look at Microsoft content first party wise versus Sony's content first party wise. It's a 9-day difference, but we're talking about 2 million consoles sold. Who gives a crap? As long as they give me games, there's gonna be a console next generation. I don't care. I really don't care as an Xbox user. But this is what these big YouTubers are talking about. Microsoft sold only 2 million consoles. Like, who gives a crap? Okay, Sony sold, Sony have 70 million devices, and who bought games, 22 million for Astro Bot, Silent Hill. Embarrassing numbers. The game that won Game of the Year, people were hyping up like it's the next Mario Odyssey, only sold like 1.5 million copies. That's embarrassing. Like, that's just embarrassing. But bragging about 7 million consoles sold, right? It's laughable. We're playing games on like people who have a PS5. Yeah, I'd rather play games, first party content, Game Pass, than brag about 7 million consoles sold. What does that do for me? The Microsoft sells more consoles. What does that do for me at the end of the day? Nothing. I mean, why are we looking at console sold from Microsoft? It's little, still counting console sales as like the equivalent of counting like digital, of physical media sales for video games. It's like, who? Why are you still doing that in 2025? When most people buy stuff digital, or most people are just buying these games and software and services. That's what they're going by. Console sales just feel such like an outdated metric to go by, but you know they're still hanging on to it. This whole 1980s metric of success, apparently. We're not gonna just ignore the CEOs constantly shifting as PlayStation, right, or Sony. The CEOs constantly shifting, them canceling all those games. You know, just ignore that, right? The whole PSN being down for a day, but Microsoft is one in trouble for selling 2 million consoles. Okay. I'm not even gonna play his video because I know people probably want to play the video. I'm not gonna play his video. You can Google his video or search it on YouTube. It's just ridiculous. It's just a whole bunch of rambling about nonsense anyway. They sold more mini fridges and toasters than that. Oh, because they sold novelty items. Oh, what does that even mean? Like, what does that have to do with anything? I honestly don't see the problem. Most people who are actually in touch with gaming don't see the problem. They're selling 2 million consoles. It's like, okay, their focus has not been selling consoles. They let you know that up front, but people are still acting shocked about that. But to make a video on YouTube, you gotta be super disingenuous about what's going on, right? And then acting like Forza Horizon 5 going on PlayStation is a bad thing. When it's like, that's gonna sell more than Astrobot, that's for sure. The big exclusive y'all had last year. It's gonna sell a lot more than that. But Forza Horizon 5 is just the end of the days for Microsoft, apparently, because they put a 4-year-old game on a rival's platform to make more money. Let's see. Xbox is cooked, apparently. This is really bad for Xbox. Is it really, though? It's dead. Yeah. This is what his audience listens to. Or maybe these are just Sony fanboys. I don't know. But people are thinking the Xbox is dead, apparently. Meanwhile, PlayStation has been down for an entire day. No communication with their audience. We're just down. If you're wondering why, you just don't worry about don't ask us why. We're just not gonna tell you anything. But you know, that's all that matters apparently in gaming. They sold 70 million consoles. Terrible communication with their fans. No exclusives. No exclusive roadmap shown anywhere in sight. But you know, 70 million consoles sold. This is what Xbox are doing. Then you got people talking about the whole, who cares if somebody's gay or whatever. Who gives a crap? They aren't prioritizing hardware. We may think it's weird not to prioritize the console and the console war, and it's may backfire. But that's what they're doing. Feel free to call me an Xbox in the comments, though. Yeah, it's obvious they aren't prioritizing the hardware sales. They're trying to sell Game Pass. Why are people so shocked about this? Holy crap, dude. The PS5 sold 18 million in 2024. I knew Sony was outselling them. I didn't know it was that bad. They sold 70 million. They sold 18 million in 2024. But where were the exclusive games at? Crickets on that front. Astrobot, which nobody bought. When people buy a PlayStation, they're buying Fortnite, Call of Duty, and the most casual game you can think of. They aren't buying exclusive on PlayStation. So this whole, like, it's so stupid. It's so disingenuous. It is so disingenuous when you talking about these console sales. They aren't buying exclusives. They're buying Fortnite. They don't even promote their console. They promote Game Pass being on any device of your choice. You guys are starting to act brain dead, pretty much. This is a good summary. Like, they're just acting. Can't use the R word. So acting brain dead. Stop comparing Xbox with PlayStation on a console basis. Xbox is moving to subscription and accessibility. Yeah, why can't they understand this? This is what Xbox is moving towards: subscription services. Nintendo's moving to a hybrid console, and PlayStation is still using an old, obsolete method of success. So it's like, hey, all three console makers are going to different directions on how they want to do business. Why can't people understand that? I mean, it's simple to me, but people are being very disingenuous. But yeah, I'm gonna conclude it right here. We're gonna have more clickbait videos like this when I guess the next year when Xbox don't sell that many units, console units. When it's like what their focus is at this point in time. Phil gave his explanation on why they aren't trying to out console Sony. People still gonna act shocked about this, so it is what it is. But I'm gonna conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below on what you feel about this guy's video about this subject. The Xbox only sold too many consoles. Definitely want to see your comments down below. Leave a like this video. Always thanks for watching, and peace.